Hey friends, how's it going? Neil here from the Pentatonic Way, and I hope you're having a good guitar week. I'm here to show you how to jam over this seductive summer groove, as they call it, Sebastian Zunio on YouTube. Yeah, it's a pretty funky jam, kind of summery, I suppose, if you're cruising down the street with your top down. If my top down was on my car, that means something's horribly wrong because I don't have a convertible. So, yeah, I'm having a good guitar week, man. I just been getting ready for 2 shows. I got back-to-back shows this weekend, solo shows, just me. Playing my Beatles arrangements from While My Guitar Gently Weeps, that project. And I'm pretty excited about it, so I've been just jamming the Beatles for the last week and a half and putting together backing tracks and videos with trivia and all this stuff. I'm pretty excited about it. So it's like a mini tour. Saturday night at one place and then Sunday brunch at another place. About as mini as you can get a tour to be. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to help you jam over this tune using pentatonic scales, all right? Rather than just, you know, it says it's in A minor, and you could just use A minor over the whole thing. And that's going to sound good for a while, but after a while, you're going to get sick of it and be like, I'm stuck in the box, right? So what we do is we just move the box. That's all you have to do. So let me show you how I did it over this one. If you thought it sounded good, then thank you. If not, then thanks for listening anyway. Let's check out the chords. So we got F major, and then it goes to E minor 7, and then to A minor 7. So I was just kind of going. So you have the bottom of F here, D 10 10 10. Then you got part of like an E minor 7 here. You got 9 7 8. And then you got your A minor here. You got 10, 9, 10. You know, I was moving around the pentatonics there. So for the pentatonic shapes there, I wasn't really playing around that area. I liked it up here around the 12th. So for F major, you get your F here. And to use major, you want to use that second shape of the pentatonic right there. 13, 15, 12, 15, 12, 15, 12, 14, 13, 15, 13, 15. Right? And then E minor, pentatonic, I feel like we all know this already, 12th fret, that first shape. But in case you don't know, 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. And then, last but not least, for the A minor, we want to use the 4th shape there, because this is our root, right? The A on the 12th fret. So we use the 4th shape. That's going to be 12, 15, 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 13, 15, 12, 15. All right. So that has some cool voice leading opportunities, right? So we have this on the bottom string, right? And then it goes to E minor, it goes, and then it goes to A minor, right? So there's a lot of movement there. So what I was kind of doing a lot for the F, I'd do it, and then E would come, and then the A. Do whatever there for 2 bars. Here comes F again. E. Then A. So it does that 3 times. F major, E minor, and then A minor twice. There's that whole section 3 times. And then it goes to a D minor, you know, or D minor 9, and then it goes to Hendrix chord, E7, sharp 9. So for those, for that D, I just kind of liked using the A minor pentatonic over that. And then for the E7, I just used that first shape, E minor pentatonic. Didn't want to overthink it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get all crazy with it. Yeah, pretty cool. But the reason that D minor 7 works with the A minor, and this is pretty cool. If you play A minor 7 over D minor 9, you bring out the 9. Like down here, this would be D, right? If we're doing straight D minor, it would be the 10th fret first shape. But if we're playing A minor in that spot, we're playing the 3rd shape. So right here, instead of playing the minor 3rd, we're playing that 9th. So that's really going to bring out the chord sound, which is cool. And it makes it super easy because you're already playing A minor 7th when it goes to that. And then, oh, there it is. Then you play a Hendrix chord. And that's kind of a little rocking for the vibe of this track, which is all. Have to be like, so that makes sense, I think. I hope. To me, it does. And that's just for the A part. Excuse me. It's the end of summer here. It's kind of hot. Kind of hot. All right. So the B section, it kind of slows down what they like to call the harmonic rhythm, right? Up until then, we're going F major, E minor, A minor, A minor. So now it stretches it out. It goes F major, E minor, A minor, E7, 9, right? And it gives you more time to do stuff, which is kind of cool. So you got... So you can like mess around in that F. A. To get crazy there over that E7, you could do the dominant pentatonic. Do you know that one? That's 12, 14, 11, 14, 12, 14. There's your like dominant 7. And then you got 11, 13, 12, 15, and then 12, 14. And you can go up to the 3rd here too, which is on the 16th note. Yeah, pretty cool. And I found that C major Ionian works over it all. You know, I'm sure it's a Aeolian, but I try to find that Ionian because I can usually identify that quicker. Like if I'm jamming around and from over here, I'm gonna be like, oh, where's Aeolian? I don't know. You know, I'd have to go like, all right, here's Aeolian over here, or whatever, or be like, oh, here's Aeolian. But if I have C, I can kind of identify that as D Dorian, that's E Locrian, Phrygian. But I didn't really do too much of that in the jam. I just thought it was fun to have that, you know, that groove. You got to match your licks to whatever's going on underneath, right? Try to keep it stylistically in line. So yeah, what else can I tell you about this jam, man? If you wanted to do it down here, you could do the first shape. Well, actually, start with the F. You got F major 7, so that would be the 4th shape of the pentatonic, because there's your roots. And then you got E minor 7, that's going to be the 3rd shape. And then A minor, that's going to be the 1st shape of the pentatonic. So if you like this sort of stuff, I want to let you know that the next month I'm going to be launching a membership that you can join, hang out with me. We already have a bunch of people in there, and we hang out every Monday night and talk about just this stuff. And these guys are getting really good on the guitar, and we have a ton of lessons in there and stuff. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not one of those salesy guys that's like, hey, buy my stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I built it because I really believe that it's going to help you. And I've seen it help. I've run people through this course like 5 times now. It's an 8-week course, and that's what I'm turning into a membership. So you can go through at your own pace, but still show up for the weekly group coaching. We'll have weekly Q&As, all sorts of challenges and cool, fun stuff. So it's not that, you know, for the money, you're getting a lot for your money. So maybe you think about that, you know, in the back of your head. You don't have to do anything just yet. It isn't all ready yet. I mean, I just finished putting in all the courses, and they're awesome. It takes you from, like, you don't know the pentatonic scale to you know it better than any of your friends know it. And anybody you know that plays probably in your life or that you've seen online, well, there's a lot of great players online, but any of your friends, you're going to know it better than them. And you're going to be able to sit in with, like, any players. And they'll be like, hey, play over this chord. And you'll be like, all right. And you're going to sound awesome. You know what I mean? You're not going to sound like, they're not going to be going like, yeah, that guy kind of knows what he's doing, you know, but I'm better than him. You're going to be playing, they're going to be like, even if they're awesome, they're like, that guy's good. He's as good as me. There's a certain level you get to where it's like, you don't get better. You're not like better than someone else. You just play different than someone else. You know what I mean? Which is a cool level to get to. And that's what I want to do for you guys. So, all right. I hear my family coming. Time to go. Enjoy the family life. I hope you like this. And yeah, man, I'll see you next week with another lesson. Let me know what you think. If it's helping. If not, whatever. Gotta go. Bye. What's up, dudes?